Jimmy Lai has been accused of being the mastermind of a syndicate calling on foreign powers to take action against Hong Kong. Claims the outspoken media mogul has denied. His national security trial has just begun. The BBC has been following his case since he was released on bail and still speaking out. To many, Jimmy Lai's story is the story of Hong Kong. A billionaire businessman turned democracy activist, he founded Apple Daily, considered the only opposition paper in Hong Kong.
In 2020, China imposed a national security law on Hong Kong. To its critics, it's seen as a symbol of Beijing's control of this city. Jimmy Lai's trial is seen as a test of Hong Kong's independent judicial system and its right to freedom of expression.
Ronson Chan is the chairman of Hong Kong's Journalism Association. The BBC has been following his life since his news outlet Stand News was raided and closed 2 years ago. He too has been detained by national security police and is also facing imprisonment for obstructing a police officer.
Jimmy Lai has actually been doing these things all along, advocating for freedom and democracy, being pro-American and having a very friendly relationship with the United States for 30 full years. Why did they only arrest him in recent years? Shouldn't they have arrested him 30 years ago? Shouldn't they have thought he had problems 30 years ago?
Ronson believes he is at times under surveillance. As a journalist, he confronts and live streams suspicious people following him. He says he has seen the transformation of Hong Kong since the national security law was introduced.
We have to face a cruel reality, which is that in China, political charges such as inciting subversion and separatism have already emerged. In the past, when we watched news on the mainland and news about mainland courts, there was only the charges and the court did not hold open hearings. They would choose a date for the verdict, and when the time came, the sentence would be handed down, often for more than 10 years, and then the person would serve their sentence. It seemed like it was very far away from us, but today this kind of thing is happening in the court right before our eyes. Those people are being accused like this, then evidence is presented, the prosecution's case is presented. These are things that you might have thought in the past could never become criminal acts. But today, they have become criminal acts. This is reality, albeit a harsh reality.
Outside court, Jimmy Lai's supporters are small in number, but record numbers of police are out in force. Jimmy Lai faces charges of colluding with foreign forces and conspiracy to publish seditious material. If found guilty, the 76-year-old could face life in prison. The prosecution named 5 foreign political figures that Lai was said to be in communication with, including 3 British nationals.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is a very, very nice day in Hong Kong today.
In 2020, while out on bail, the BBC filmed a live stream between Jimmy Lai and a former US Deputy Secretary of Defense.
When you think they're soft, they turn out to get tough when you behave badly, and they don't like bullies.
Today, live streams like this are being used as evidence, claiming that Mr Lai colluded with foreign powers.
And please help.
In 2020, I was the last journalist to speak with Jimmy Lai, just hours before his detention. He remained defiant.
I'm prepared for the worst. If the worst comes, that means the most effective way that I can bring the world attention to Hong Kong. Nothing that I'm going to suffer will be lost. Fear is the most inexpensive and convenient way of ruling people and controlling people. You know, if they can induce fear in you, that's the easiest way to control you. That's the cheapest way to control you and the most effective way. And they know it, and they're very, they're very good at it.
Sebastian Lai is living in self-imposed exile in Taiwan. He's campaigning for his father's release.
My one goal is to free my father because he deserves to be free. He has committed no crime. Because standing up for freedom is not a crime. And doing so peacefully, journalism is not a crime. Or freedom of speech is not a crime. Even now, you ask the Hong Kong government if they have freedom of speech, freedom of press, they will tell you that they do. Now, they can't tell you that they do and then put someone in jail for saying something they don't like. Freedom of speech isn't freedom to say what they want you to say. It's freedom to say what they don't want you to say.
Sebastian has become a reluctant activist, speaking out against the Hong Kong government. Beijing said the national security law was needed to restore order after a year of political unrest. But critics see the law as a vengeful attack on anyone who dares to speak out.